Hello, I'm Joseph Carrillo, the world famous AList study. I'm going to leak a lot of secrets today about trusted platform modules and even the Chutes. So yeah, basically, okay, they probably think it's funny because I show Chacho's Chute a lot, and they're probably thinking, what the hell is a Chute? Yeah, it's funny. Like, what is a TPM? TPM is a trusted platform module invented by Microsoft, the one that Jim Gray worked for. Trusted platform module is a specialized chip designed to enhance computer security by storing cryptographic keys and other sensitive information. Acts as hardware-based security anchor, helping protect your system against malware and authorized access. Verifying entire hardware and software. What's interesting though is it doesn't allow Linux, it's a Microsoft thing. Secure Boot is a security feature in modern PCs that helps. It does this by verifying the firmware, bootloader, or boot components have not been tampered with using digital signatures. This helps ensure that only trusted software runs a computer type. So that's why the Linux people had trouble installing Linux. Microsoft Boot or Microsoft Secure Boot, which is common in computers now. This is my backup Linux laptop. It has Linux Debian. I have my pink one in my backpack here too, but I brought both of me because the cleaners are at my house. Just don't trust anyone, even the cleaners. So I brought everything with me today. And last night when I went to all the nightclubs, I left both computers at home, the pink one and this one, because strange things happen. Things disappear. Oh yeah, because of the Chutes. Okay, that's what I'm going to teach you next. So what is a Chute? It's kind of weird. So it goes down to something like this. That's a Marathon Ramjet RJ40 40-yard dumpster compactor. The green part on top, I think, is the part I climbed out of when I was down one. But that was last October, I think, the only time I remember, but it happened like a few other times where I didn't remember. But I guess I've always, when it's pushed away from the wall, the compactor doesn't start. Here's the diagram. So that's a Chacho's Chute thing, but that's not, this could be any of them. But anyway, so that the part you see looks like a chimney, is just a top roof vent. Then there's a sprayer, which has like dumpster spray, like cleaner, and then each floor is the same. Sub-basement will have either a tri-sorter, dumpster, or compactor, and it looks something like what I showed you there. That's the big one. The smaller ones have smaller dumpsters or compactors. But so this sub-basement level, it's actually like 40 foot high, like the size of that would be where the garbage truck would come in, something like 3 stories high. And then, so that's a for most, this example, Chute that goes down to one of these compactor things. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know what they are. So like, this is my backup backpack because my other backpack was found like purse size from one of those green things with the hydraulic fluid. Yeah, and the people after me, the fame mercenaries, they like my black beach cruiser. That's how it started. I started with these e-scooters that I used to like, and they didn't want me riding them because of the seat floor a lot. And this happened like a few years ago. So, like right after we moved to San Jose, I tried out these scooters. I liked them because 3 beach cruisers disappeared before that. So 3 beach cruisers when I first moved to San Jose, then the e-scooters, 3 e-scooters. So the e-scooters, I found out they had the secret law that Heath Flora had, and I remember when I talked to Dan Pocrano a couple years ago for news on the e-scooter, he says you could ride the scooter, we just don't want kids riding it. But he says it's not a news story that Heath Flora, which is an assembly member, had a law that you had to be licensed to ride the e-scooters. In other words, you had to buy a car just to buy a scooter. So, because they want everyone owning a car, they don't want you riding the black beach cruiser, the bike was so bling, not the beep with the losers. No, They don't like that. If you say that, it's like saying, come and get me, Chutes. No, no, no. You don't mess with... Okay, so if I mess with the Chutes, it's a movie stunt. That you don't want to... But yeah, now you know what the Chachos thing is. Chachos Chute, like you just see the choo-choo kind of thing. That's... Okay. So... and Trusted Platform Module, it's a Microsoft thing again. Now I'm going to do an advertisement right here. I'm going to advertise something. Debian Linux is a free and open universal operating system, and they have a download page. Just I want to show fans they could put the software on Flash and install it. But oh yeah, why does everyone have to be the same? Why do you have to go along with the government? And because they have fame mercenaries like Blackwater. Like there's this movie Grizzly Bear Heist about a Blackwater subsidiary called Grizzly Bear Handyman, and it's from Morgan Hill, California. The people from Morgan Hill, California really scare me, and I'm sure they know about these things again. Yeah. Okay, so you see, I don't get stage fright no matter what, you know, trash compactors, guns, nothing. I don't get stage fright. Most people get stage fright from tomatoes, on tomatoes. It's so funny. But I'm just trying to explain the way I love to perform. You know, it's like acting is work, modeling's work, performing is work, politics is work, and singing is work. So yeah, I guess, so I'm going to show you my website too. Here's the thing. So you see there's an education section, and says I'm homeschooled. Said I have a performing arts degree, Master of Fine Arts. That's because it's required for my job. I used to have a job where you could actually be a special ed student and people still talk to you. It was basically when I was running for Morgan Hill Mayor when I lived in Morgan Hill, and I was running for mayor when I lived in Morgan Hill, and for some reason you perform at the debates without a performing arts degree. It's weird. So politicians are performers, but they don't have a performing arts degree. So it's like politician lets you be totally special ed, and they still don't beat you down for performing like they do if you're in performing arts. Like I'm a Wolf of Messiah celebrity with a 10-track studio album, a pop single, a talk show, and I have a movie in the making. So I'm just still busy. I'm going to make episode 10 of Joseph Carrillo Live pretty soon, but luckily episode 9 showed well last night, Friday night, and yeah, so yeah, I remember that time at Splash when a shoot couldn't get me, but it got my backpack. But yeah, so it's just like weird how these things, Sci-Fi, I guess that's why my talk show's Sci-Fi. But anyway, Sci-Fi stuff I'm trying to leak, and I know Jim Gray probably wouldn't like the Trusted Platform module or the secure boot that stops people from using Linux. Microsoft is taking over the open source community because they want everything to be controlled by Microsoft instead of Linux or Debian or, you know, anything open. So I'm going to show you on my website. There's a store section too that goes to Zazzle, and I'm going to show you these cool, because I'm trying to promote my Wolf of Messiah Slutty brand. T-shirts, records, footballs, etc. 100% real, world-famous AList Slutty products, endorsed by 100% real, world-famous AList Slutty, Joseph Carrillo. So just trying to figure out what's going on. See, Sky Entertainment Publishing I'm signed with, because, you know, when we don't know about music, you have to be a signed artist. It's the only kind of artist there is, because if you're not signed to a record label, they treat you like Paris. So but I also do acting and modeling. I don't just do singing, I also do acting. So everything, it's very busy lately because of these political groups that are after me. Honest, I was homeschooled and I have a Master of Fine Arts. Otherwise they're gonna tag me for performing. I don't know how they could do that, but yeah. And I hate how sci-fi things are, and if you don't like things being sci-fi, then da 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 da. Okay. So, see how busy I am now. Very, 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 very busy. Promoting my Wolf Messiah athletic career. Make a cappella great again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Acting is work, modeling's work, performing is work, politics is work, and singing is work. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JosephTheCelebrity, and also follow me on my main website, www.josephwcarrillo, as well as my backup website, www.josephwcarrillo.com. Cheers, I'm Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-List celebrity. I'm Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-List celebrity. And again, I'm Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-List celebrity.